Once dismissed as one of the world's poorest nations, Burkina Faso is now writing a different story, one of strength, speed, and staggering transformation. Under the fearless leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, dusty roads are turning into highways, abandoned fields into food-secure zones, and once vulnerable borders into fortified military strongholds. This isn't just development, it's a miracle in motion. What you're about to see is the untold truth behind Burkina Faso's rise from hardship to hope, and how one bold leader is reshaping a nation with vision, grit, and unshakable willpower.
Dans le maniement des larmes, ça arrive toujours. Voilà pourquoi ce qu'on appelle dans l'ISTC chez nous, il y a des règles. Voilà. Malheureusement, des incidents peuvent arriver, ça arrive toujours. Et souvent même c'est malheureux. Donc là, on peut rendre grâce à Dieu qu'il n'y a pas eu vraiment de mort. Et tous les blessés sont en train de recouvrir la santé. On dit Dieu merci. Personne ne veut se faire surprendre. Donc quand une relève arrive là, chacun veut vérifier que ces instruments de travail là marchent très bien. C'est normal, c'est logique. Voilà. Mais nous sommes en ville et ces incidents ne doivent pas arriver en ville. Donc ne soyez pas plus apeurés que ça. Et j'espère que la tension est en train de baisser. On a duré avant de venir vous voir parce que, avec juste raison, on pourrait vous expliquer le pourquoi. Sinon, dès le lendemain, on pourrait venir vous voir. Mais on a fait sciemment et je pense que vous comprendrez. Voilà, vous aurez l'occasion de poser vos questions éventuellement et qu'on pourrait répondre. On va causer à bâton rompu pour vous déstresser.
From dust roads to concrete highways. When Captain Ibrahim Traoré assumed leadership, Burkina Faso's roads told a tragic story. Dust-choked highways, crumbling bridges, and remote regions isolated from the national economy. In less than 2 years, that narrative flipped. Traoré launched the most ambitious infrastructure drive in the country's history. Roads once traversed by donkey carts are now 4-lane expressways. Remote villages, once forgotten, are now connected to urban centers via a web of newly paved routes, funded not by foreign loans, but by mineral royalties harnessed through a strategic national public works program. And he didn't stop at roads. The airports in Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso were completely overhauled, now boasting sleek terminals, high-grade security systems, and new international routes linking Burkina Faso directly to key global hubs. But perhaps the crown jewel of this transformation is the New Silk Line, a 750-kilometer rail project that connects inland industrial zones to coastal trade ports, engineered in partnership with Russian and Turkish firms. It's a corridor of commerce designed to supercharge exports and industrial output. Public housing was reimagined too. Just outside Ouagadougou, a 1,000-unit smart neighborhood now stands, featuring solar-powered homes, biometric entry systems, and embedded green technology. Locals have dubbed it West Africa's Dubai suburb. And for good reason. It's not just shelter, it's a statement. Traoré isn't patching potholes, he's redrawing the blueprint of the nation. While outside observers looked for signs of unrest, he was laying roads, pouring concrete, and installing fiber optic cables. He was building something new, a national infrastructure built on sovereignty, self-respect, and unstoppable forward motion. Agro-sovereignty in action. While foreign media painted Burkina Faso as a food crisis hotspot, Traoré was planting seeds of a different future, literally. Under his agro-sovereignty plan, he flipped a dependence-based model into a self-reliant food empire. Massive state-run cooperatives now cultivate rice, millet, and maize at scale. The Burkina Greenbelt project, once just a proposal, is now a sea of green across the Sahel, with irrigation systems powered by solar grids and AI-monitored soil sensors. Traoré didn't stop at farming. He built the continent's first state-of-the-art cashew biocomplex. It not only processes raw nuts, but also converts discarded shells into biofuel, fueling tractors, power grids, and export trucks. This isn't just farming, it's industrialized agriculture with a conscience. Meanwhile, school lunch programs source ingredients locally, employing farmers, while guaranteeing kids one hot, nutritious meal a day. Markets that once depended on food aid are now selling surplus, yes, surplus, grains to neighboring nations like Togo and Niger. Burkina Faso's first national seed vault also came online under Traoré, protecting indigenous crop strains and ensuring food sovereignty for generations. With drones monitoring pests, blockchain ensuring fair trade pricing, and agri-fintech loans backing young farmers, the country is now a beacon for sustainable agriculture. Foreign delegates from Brazil to Bangladesh are flying in, not to donate, but to replicate. Under Traoré, the question is no longer how will Burkina Faso eat, but how did they pull this off so fast? The military and security overhaul. Let's not sugarcoat it. Burkina Faso was once a sitting duck for extremist attacks. But Traoré didn't just fight back, he redefined national defense. Within weeks of taking charge, he launched Operation Homeland Shield, merging conventional forces, local volunteer brigades, and advanced surveillance tech into a single, rapid response military command. He brought back pride in the uniform. Young recruits now undergo elite training in state-of-the-art academies equipped with AI simulators, drone labs, and counterinsurgency war rooms. Tactical alliances were redrawn. Forget old dependencies. Burkina Faso now partners with nations like Russia, Turkey, and Iran, who provide defense systems without political strings. Traoré also opened the Koudougou Defense Tech Zone, where engineers are building homegrown UAVs, smart grenades, and armored vehicles tailored for Sahel terrain. And then came the shocker, the Burkina Pan-African Command Base, an $850 million joint force hub built in the north, now houses regional defense units from Mali, Guinea, and Niger. With encrypted communication, underground bunkers, and satellite access, it's dubbed the Pentagon of the Sahara. Terror attacks? Down by 72% in a year. Civilian confidence? Through the roof. This isn't militarization, it's stabilization. Traoré made it clear, Burkina Faso won't be a chess piece in someone else's war. Instead, it's becoming the headquarters of Africa's new era of defense sovereignty, where dignity meets deterrence and survival turns into strategy. The economic and luxury leap. If you think Burkina Faso is still a low-income, aid-dependent nation, think again. Traoré pulled off something audacious. He nationalized key mineral sectors and redirected profits straight into a sovereign wealth fund called the Burkina Investment Trust. Within 18 months, this fund ballooned past $10 billion, and it's funding everything from luxury transport systems to free university tuition. Burkina Faso's GDP growth now ranks among the highest in Africa. The gold and lithium industries, once dominated by foreign corporations, are now engines of national wealth. Burkinabe workers hold equity stakes in the mines, and the profits are reinvested into hospitals, highways, smart cities, and technology parks. The skyline of Ouagadougou has been utterly transformed, from dusty low-rise blocks to luxury condos, rooftop gardens, five-star eco-hotels, and open-air malls showcasing brands from Lagos to Paris. Electric buses glide silently through the capital on roads equipped with wireless charging tech. Meanwhile, a luxury bullet train prototype linking key provinces is undergoing testing, aiming to slash travel times and unlock new economic corridors. Towering above it all is Traoré Tower, a gleaming 48-story marvel designed by Ghanaian architect Kofi Danso. It's home to government ministries, innovation hubs, and a panoramic sky deck that practically shouts, "We made it." Culture is experiencing a renaissance too. Afrobeat festivals electrify stadiums, national design expos attract creatives from across the continent, even sports leagues are booming, fueled by government investment. And let's not forget Faso Coin, Burkina Faso's official digital currency. Backed by rare earth minerals, it's used for everything from rent to groceries to e-commerce, giving citizens digital purchasing power like never before. Traoré's economic blueprint isn't just about redistribution, it's about multiplication. It takes the idea of shared prosperity and fuses it with innovation and ambition. Dignity and luxury no longer exist at odds here. They thrive side by side, proving to Africa and the world that a new economic model is not only possible, but already underway. Education, health, and a vision for 2040. When Traoré talks about transformation, he doesn't just mean today, he means tomorrow too. His education revolution began with EduConnect, a tablet-based learning platform now integrated into every public school. Even in the most remote villages, students are learning coding, robotics, and languages through AI-assisted tutors and real-time video instructors. Over 150 new technical schools have opened during his tenure, specializing in cutting-edge fields like renewable energy, fintech, and drone technology. It's not education reform, it's an intellectual reawakening. healthcare got the same ambitious upgrade. Under the FasoMed Health Initiative, Burkina Faso now boasts a web of mobile clinics, telemedicine hubs, and smart hospitals powered by diagnostics, AI, and robotic surgery tools. Infant mortality has plummeted. Vaccination coverage is nearing 100%. And in a true game changer, Burkina Faso now manufactures its own generic medicines at the state-of-the-art Ouaga Pharma plant, cutting its reliance on foreign pharmaceuticals for the first time in history. But Traoré's boldest vision is still ahead. Vision 2040. It's not a policy, it's a future roadmap. The plan calls for carbon neutrality, 100% digital literacy, and positioning Burkina Faso as the epicenter of Pan-African innovation. We're talking about space research centers, green hydrogen exports, and the launch of a West African University of Tech and Governance. People laughed, critics rolled their eyes, but one walk through modern-day Ouagadougou proves the skeptics wrong. This isn't aid-driven survival, it's a national renaissance. Traoré never begged for permission to dream, he just got to work. And now, Burkina Faso is doing more than recovering, it's rising. From bullet-riddled outposts to proudly self-sustained military bases, from empty stomachs to overflowing granaries, Burkina Faso's rebirth is nothing short of revolutionary. But this miracle didn't come from handouts or hollow promises. It came from leadership with backbone. Ibrahim Traoré dared to challenge the old order and sparked a national awakening. The world may not be watching yet, but history will. Because what's happening in Burkina Faso isn't just local, it's global inspiration. If you believe in the power of transformation, remember this: the Burkinabe miracle is just getting started.